any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Keep it going. Some privilege in the dark, blowing. Hold it down for the Bay, reppin' Oakland.
It's all a fugazi.
And you know the difference between me reading your papers now and me reading your papers 10 years ago is that now I know when I read it. 10 years ago, I didn't know when I read it.
This is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right, all right.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies.
Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read.
No, you ain't the champ. Hey, listen, don't make me embarrassing. How you gonna do this? Embarrassing. How you gonna do this? You the champ. You go fight more than 4,000 people live. Run more people in training.
40 years old carrying a school bag. The man doesn't even fucking read.
And Dad tried to teach me of my brothers. Never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others. And never cease trying to be the best you could be. That's under your control. I coined my own definition of success, which is peace of mind, attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable.
What do you both think about fear?
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. I'm here to live up to mine.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
Fear is a teacher.
And I don't skip class.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hanging around.
Huh? Me? Just hanging around.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Hey now. Hey now to you. Yeah. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Did I just nail the grail?
You just hit the grail.
Did I just nail the grail? Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Woo-wee. Hey now. Man. All right, let's start this way. Last week I was sick. So I didn't get all, I had a whole show, I had all this stuff planned, and I just made it through. And luckily it was about 48-hour illness. I made sure, maybe 72. I'm still feeling the throat a little bit. Yeah, feeling a lot better. It felt good today to know the show was tonight. Getting warmer. I know Frank got in 9 holes of golf today. He's ecstatic. He's a different guy. He was an excited guy prior to when I knew him. It's basically winter. So, he's already a pretty excited guy. Now you add outside and sunshine.
Now,
Mr. Bubbly over here, SpongeBob.
Yeah. 80 degrees in March. Let's go.
I mean, I don't have bad winters, so I never have. I know from my friend that lives in Michigan, it's like, it's just Frank's probably first day being alive again outside and not being stuck indoors from the cold. But I have a lot to go over tonight, lot to say, plenty to say. It just feels nice not to be sick. Frank even, Frank's normally around long time before the show, throwing the comments. He was a little late tonight. Frank's enjoying that sunshine as he should. Anaka 99, Marcus, Mike Sherman, Collector Charles here early, right to start off the bat. Will Greer Investor. Let's give a huge shout out to the Will Greer Investor. He has been commenting on my channel over 3 years, I would guess. Maybe time's weird and it's only 2 years. But Will Greer Investor, along with Petty Orlando, they've all three been some of the earliest. Sometimes Tanner T-Ball, I believe his name, comes in the comments or is here live. He's been commenting forever. So that always good to see you guys. Stone Collector here every night. Vintage Vince stops by. Ron Fig, the real Ron Fig. Uncle Jorms, Big Mac, Rhonda. Big shout out to Rhonda. Hit the like button if you're here early. Why not? How do I want to start? I have plenty I want to start with. Let's just go this way because it's on the mind. So I leave work and I have a DM. And it's from someone I don't normally chat with that often or ever. It was from well, It was from, well, let's tease you with this first. Let's just remind everybody.
The beef of the week is I was too easy on Jason on
studio, like the beef of the week, because your highlight on Spotify, the video is an enemy in studio, like, and it was just like, oh,
you know, I have nothing to do with that, right?
Well, I would hope you would have something to do with it.
Oh, please.
Here's the thing. Apparently, Joe, well, maybe he could take it, maybe he can't. I've heard he's sensitive. I've heard he's not. Crying, getting fired. You cannot talk that much shit. You can't throw that many punches and expect to not have someone throw it back. What is this? I mean, that's weird. So I just want to start by saying Sports Card Nonsense, this brand right here, it's not the only time they've talked trash. And I mean, he digs on me about being a teacher, which is everyone's favorite guy. But no, he digs at me for being a teacher. Just the oddest way to look at things. And the sad fact is I probably know more about what's happening when I have a full-time job that I put a lot of effort and love into. And I think he works at a card shop full-time.
Would have something to do with it.
Oh, please.
Wait, was it thumbnail or was it the description?
No, it was the scroll on Spotify. Like,
it's a good headline.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
a good headline.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It should have said
"Lick Hound," baby.
It should have said Love
He
Fest.
hates.
So is the Tyler Tarver has no room to speak.
With the professor.
He hates Tyler. He hates Tyler. He doesn't like me, but he hates Tyler.
I do. Let's just start with the facts. The guy had a big channel based off being a teacher. I think he was doing some pretty difficult math, if I believe, and teaching people how to do the math. And it got a lot of views, millions. This was 15 years ago. Well, what he's done is he changed his channel from that to a sports card channel, changed the name, changed this, maybe not the name. Okay, I'll take that, walk that back, not sure. Obviously changed the content. And so now all of a sudden, and he doesn't get views, but all of a sudden he looks more important than he should be. And then he's sitting there and he's pushing the little toy by Josh Luber, Ghostwrite, the most piece of garbage toy we've ever seen. Odd. He's always pumping the kid, always putting the kid in the video. Good for content, right? Good for content. And then his takes are just terrible.
I don't know why. I've told him multiple times. Tarver's like the nicest guy.
Who hates Tyler?
Professor. He does not like. He hates everybody with a microphone.
Wait, he does hate me?
He hates your content.
Hate, yes. Thank you. Hate is a strong word. Let's be honest. You're all probably good people. You're all probably nice people. I hate your content. Absolutely, 100%. Put a bow on it. I hate the content. I hate the side you chose because all you're doing is adding to the industry fluff, the industry BS. You're doing their work for free.
And I think, yeah, for sure, I hate your
Has
content.
he said that?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
And right now here.
He is the worst
Is this the guy you interviewed on the podcast like a week or two ago?
Yeah, because I thought he was going to come on and fight.
last Tuesday.
And instead he came on. He was very reasonable. I actually have a thing I want to show.
I'm a reasonable guy.
Well, you know what?
I'm probably the most reasonable person in all of sports card content. People say I wear a tinfoil hat. You just painted me with maybe others that did it before me. When I say it, there is some thought, truth, and effort behind it. It's not just I'm talking out of my ass. Let's continue.
He's a professor, right? Because he didn't get his doctorate like I did, so no big deal.
I have a master's, and here's what I want to say, buddy. Again, Jesse DM me this day after work. I got a DM from Jesse, and we'll get into it in a minute. But Jesse, I hope I led with this, so I hope Gio tells you to go fucking watch it. Sports Card Nonsense is throwing the shade. And I told Jesse this, and I'll tell you, Jesse, I don't think you really understand the industry. Jesse, I think you got in a time during COVID when your sunshine and rainbows were on and everything was making money and everything was being pumped. And in the 4 years I've listened to your podcast on and off, a lot of off, some on, you haven't taken the time to learn anything about sports. You could have fooled me if you've learned anything in 4 years about sports or sports cards. But you guys, it's sports card nonsense, calling me out for being a teacher, calling me out for going too hard or too soft, calling me out for not liking shill content. And I didn't. I have a master's degree. Can you believe that? But not a doctorate. Good for you, buddy. You would never know based off cards. The other thing, 4 years ago, when I named the channel, because I do everything with a thought, I thought about in my life, yeah, I'm getting my master's. I just got my master's. What do I know the most about, though? If someone, the random Joe, were to come to me, I don't know the most about fishing. I don't know the most about camping. What is my personal knowledge base? What do I have the most? And I chose, it's sports cards. It's the honest truth. And so, no, I didn't get into it when I saw money signs. I didn't get into it as prices rise. I love cards, not the aspect of the clout or the money. I love cards, and some of this shit needs to be said. Is it cool having a following, a community? Absolutely. Is it cool being able to be the voice of the public a bit? Absolutely. But you and me got in for different reasons. We do our content for different reasons. And kudos to you getting a doctorate. That's a lot of hard work and a lot of money. And hopefully you took a smart route and they paid for you.
Eli doesn't like me.
He thinks I don't like him because he has a doctorate. Do you think I had a clue? That you think that's why I don't? Do you see how stupid they are? There's no thought. They're just throwing shit at a wall. I don't like your content for a reason, and it has nothing to do with your education level.
Well, he's a teacher in Las Vegas.
Look how much this guy really doesn't like me. He really does not. This guy, Joe, who I never heard of before, he is loving it. And bro, if you're going to attack that hard, expect some jabs back or a right hand or a left hook or an uppercut. It doesn't work one way. And guess what? I got people that come in the chat or people that leave comments or people that don't agree with what I say or don't like how I do it, which I think I try to be as well, sometimes I'm fine, fair. And that's the minority, by the way, Joe. However, you know what? I understand. If you're going to talk shit, you're going to get a little back.
I don't even think you need I don't think you need to even go to college out there. Teach the kids how to throw
It's hard to
chips
teach
at
on
the
a
screen.
pole.
Anybody that's not doing this,
I'm going to rewind because I just want to make sure everyone, including hopefully our boy Jesse, I need to turn it up in my volume, in my headphones, because I need to hear this. We're going to have a great show. We are going to, I wanted to start this way too. You better believe, first of all, I'm not sick. Second of all, I got a whole show planned. Third of all, Blue Red's already down in the studio. And Blue Red, you got to let me go for a minute here. I haven't even begun. I've only just begun. All right. Sorry, fifth grade teacher, get out of here. Yep, I do. I spend my days, which I don't know how they twist it or turn it into a funny, weird, odd thing. Most people that talk about teachers talked about them respectable. I worked my ass off today, taught all day. We learned the metric system last week, the week before that, the customary system in math. And now expressions, introducing variables. That's what I did. Imagine teaching that to a range of students where I have students in my state national test scores. We'll call him Timmy. Timmy scored in the 99th percentile of math in the nation. Dude is like, people call some of the other, coworkers, they refer to him as young Sheldon. And then I have students that have also scored in the bottom 2% of math, and then a whole range of in between. Teaching math is difficult. I also teach at a English language learning school, a very Hispanic population. A lot of Spanish speakers at home, ELLs. And so you have a level of our young Sheldon who's up there with a few others, and then you have a lot that are not quite there yet. And so I'm happy I get to do that. It's probably better that I'm very introverted. I'd be sitting here working on my site, finishing my book, working on the channel, and not interacting. And instead, I get these great energy and good vibes. 1 month in whatever this. Hey now, Mr. Dave Snyder. So I just find this an odd way. Come at me about my knowledge of cards. Come at me about how I'm wrong about breaking. Come at me about how I'm wrong about card being gambling, breaking. Come at me how I'm wrong about everything's not being manipulated. You can't. You can't. And so you're going to choose to do something that's outside of it. Also, I just don't think some of them are that knowledgeable in the space. But let's play it because it's going to get me riled up, and then I'll move on.
Reasonable. I actually have a thing I want to
questions.
Oh, well, you know why he's a professor, right? Because he didn't get his doctorate like I did. So no big deal. I can see why he doesn't like me.
Well, he's a teacher in Las Vegas. I don't even think you need a I don't think you need to even go
Yeah, bro. That's the reason.
to college out there. Teach the kids how to throw
It's hard to
chips at the
teach on a
screen.
pole.
Anybody that stops doing the slots early, they're like,
None of these guys should be making content. Lives are tough. Even recorded podcasts are tough. What are you guys saying? Are you listening to yourself? I don't even want to repeat what homie said. I'll let him say it.
It's hard to teach on a pole.
anybody that stops doing the slots early, they're like, he's smart. Put him in a classroom.
Yeah. Wow. I like this.
It's fine. He's probably upset about my number of degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler.
I barely graduated high school, so I can't say much here.
You know, one degree I will say that he didn't get was his cinematography. Tyler, we got to do a better job if you're going to be on the field.
All right. So, just so we understand, Jesse, who DM'd me all upset after I got off work, that's what your homies are doing. That's what the brand's doing. So, sweetheart Jesse DM'd me today. He felt attacked. Poor Jesse. By me saying he doesn't know anything about the hobby or the market, he felt attacked. I forget the exact words, they're even deeper. Insulted. Jesse, you push Pixar and other kid product as a breaker. You're a breaker, and basically, if it's fine, it's not kid product, they can't afford it, but it's a kid's IP. Pixar, Toy Story, Disney. Could even, I know Star Wars is in a weird spot. Fine. Okay. You could say that's passed on the kids, but that's what you do. You wear the Buzz Lightyear suit. And the other thing I'd like to say, which I told Jesse this, was every breaker I've talked to admits it's gambling. Every single breaker. And we have the conversation. Most people are hip to the fact. Most people, it's not an argument anymore. Maybe in 2022, 2023, but it's 2026. And the one thing we almost never agree on anything. The industry / hobby almost never agrees on a point, but we can almost all agree it's breaking is gambling. So what you're doing, Jesse, and it's not personal. It's all about the hobby, the industry, what cards are. You are pushing a gambling product using Toy Story. Fiona's not, Shrek is not. Why the hell did I go to? It shows you how much I enjoy that product. Whoever the hell else, Snow White. Who else are we getting autographs of? The garbage in there that nobody knows. Cars. Can you get a Jerry Seinfeld? Was he even in Cars? I don't know. I'm out of my element. I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know that stuff. I know sports cards. Jesse does not. So let us read the bottom. The way you acted in the Buzz Lightyear suit proves it's a gamble. This is how someone acts when either A, they win a championship, or B, they hit the jackpot. And you, my friend, did not win a championship in that moment, so we know which of the two it is. You hit a jackpot. You acted accordingly in a Buzz Lightyear suit. I think those boxes were going for between $400 to $600. I saw Card Collector 2 do them. He got absolutely smoked on a whole case. I didn't see him. I saw a short for this. I think I'm watching that shit. And now we found out, I don't even know if Frank knows this, and Frank is the one that keeps me clued into this. Joe has a new show. It's not going to be competing with us anymore, which he shouldn't have in the first place. But he feels entitled. He feels better than me. So he's moving to Monday. And guess what? I watched about 30 seconds. And I'll tell you something. There is a difference between me and Joe. And I'd love to share that difference. And I hope this is not too much patting myself on the back. But the difference is, that's it. That's the difference. Go watch his live. You'll stay tuned about 30 seconds. And then you'll tune out. It's not easy. It's not cut out for everyone. Earn your stripes. Don't piggyback off Geo. And stop talking shit. And to be fair, Albert Einstein put it the best. I have no special talent. I'm only more passionately curious. And maybe that's twisted. I think the actual quote's a little different. But I have more passion about this. I'm more curious on the BS. I'm not taking what they shove in my face for as it is, because it's not. And now, welcome to class. Introduction to logic. Let's get to the cards. No, I got 5 slides, then we'll get to cards because I want to make a point. Oh my goodness. Approximately 30% to 40% of Americans cannot comfortably afford a $400 to $1,000 emergency. So the whole point we're going to make here over the next minute or two, and then I'm going to get to down to the card side. Who the hell are buying all these crazy cards? Because I think it's a select few around a table, maybe a bigger table now. The hobby degens of the round table. And I think that's what's going on. And they're hoping and praying to get some athletes that actually like cards and not the life that an athlete gets to live. Because let me tell you something. Those athletes are always going to choose the life of an athlete over ripping some cards. I know there's some down-to-earth, few baseball players, mainly prospects, but there's a few. I think you mentioned Bobby Witt. All right. But NBA players, get out of here. By the way, the Raiders, they crushed it yesterday. Signing Lindenbaum, a 25-year-old center, maybe the best center in the league, one of the best centers in the league. They overpaid, but they had to spend money anyway. If you didn't see all this, a lot of signings, some very tactical signings. Okay, 35%, about a third, can afford a $400, $500 emergency. That's number one. 12 to 13% of Americans are on SNAP, while about 20% of the population relies on major means tested welfare programs. So you got about 1/5 of the country, probably the same fifth that doesn't have any savings. They're relying on welfare. Approximately 21 to 44% of Americans have $5,000 or more in savings. Although this figure varies significantly. And I just want to point out, that means 80 to 60% of people don't have $5,000 in savings, let alone to go spend on your $25,000 car. And again, it's the opposite of the number on the screen, because this is the people that do have it. So it's between 80 to what? 56% to 79% of people don't have $5,000 in savings. So where the hell are they coming up with $50,000 to buy that car? And this is probably the biggest one. Approximately 82% of individual Americans make less than $100,000. And in 2026, to live a reasonable, comfortable life as a single person, the number's gotten pretty high. The number's gotten crazy high. You know, you're talking about $1,500 to $2,000 in many cities for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. You're talking about $2,000 or more for a house in many markets, roughly. And that's the low end. That's not considering your car insurance, gas, car maintenance, and that's just your car. So who is it exactly? Is it like the 0.25% of the 0.5% of the 0.5% of the 1%? Who's buying these cards? Are the prices even real? So now let's move to the card piece. Prices in their world right now, for it to continue to pick up the steam, momentum, have credibility, just like Kevin O'Leary with the damn Mr. Well, the card are saying it's now $19 million. Well, just like I'm saying that prices always have to move up, which isn't logical. That's if we could point to charts of history of almost anything, nothing always goes up. And so we can assume, or not assume, we can infer from that it won't happen forever. And I will make a bigger push that it won't even happen for the next 3 years. I think I'm pretty safe judging what I know about all of it, charts, cards, industry, manipulation, that in the next 3 years we've already seen it with the Griffey. The Griffey, and we could use this for probably many, but the Griffey's the one that we saw that huge spike of $2,500 from $1,900 to $4,500, and it's kind of leveled off since we've been following the last 3 or 4 months. It's not going to double again. And when prices don't consistently move up, then what? The flippers game is dependent on the breakers need the flippers. The singles inventory then spikes as well as prices start to crash. Currently, they're trying the repack hack. That's what we're going to call it. Just like back in the 90s. Yes, it's on a different playing field right now, but it's called the repack hack. And I stand by it, and I don't care who I talk to. It is 100% the truth that the repack hack is a way to get rid of singles that will not move. You're going to turn and turn and turn, apparently, on these online gambling repack hacks. And those are singles that they can't put up on eBay and move quickly. Or if they sent them to auction, they would lose money. And they've put a lot of money into this hack. They're banking the house that this hack will work. And I don't think it has a chance to compete with slots, poker, casinos, sports books, and all the other gambling options long term. The entire gamble is based off a secondary market. It was an amazing conversation with Mark, the poker dealer. He's not a poker dealer. He teaches people how to play poker. It's a great conversation. But the one thing that I said then, and it kind of resonated with me, is that he's comparing it to a huge industry that has nothing to do with resale. It has nothing to do with the secondary market. It has nothing to do with prices and the economy. If you decide to go play blackjack, poker, slots, if you win, you walk away with cash in your pocket. And so where I see the difference between all of those, which have been established for centuries, generations, and this has not, the entire gamble is based off a secondary market where winning a hand of poker, hitting the jackpot on a black machine is not. Next one, because I know nothing about cards. I just say stupid stuff. I'm just controversial. I just wear a tinfoil hat. I put no thought into what I'm doing passionately here. If I wasn't passionate about it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be doing something else. I don't think the entire system will crash. Fanatics is using breakers as distribution, and for that reason alone, it won't crash. But I would argue that 2025 and 2026 are going to be peak market and industry. Look out for the end of the decade, though. We can all be wrong, but I'm calling it now. And I normally won't call it. Come at me at 2030. Let's see how we play out. We start to see prices drop towards the end of this year, and then in 2027, let the free fall begin. Imagine how many people could lose huge money on Luka. It takes one injury for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, if not tens of millions of dollars to be lost to Wemby. What kind of risk are you all taking? How stupid of a risk. I love Wemby. I loved Wemby. I followed Wemby for a year and a half before he was ever in the NBA. Wemby is a godsend for the NBA. I showed my student, I have his jersey hanging up on my classroom. I have like 15 jerseys up there. And I showed them, I don't remember how it came up, about 3 different highlights, just ran on YouTube. Wemby's amazing. He's also one injury from you losing your ass on his cards. They all don't hit. Jaylen Brown is a hell of a basketball player. Does anyone care in the card spike world? In the flipper world? Cooper Flagg, Con Knipple, Bo Nix, Jackson Dart, Paul Skeens, one Tommy John away from losing the momentum. We'll add Drake May. How much are people going to spend on Mendoza? Which, man, the Raiders. They traded for the cornerback from Buffalo. They re-signed the cornerback we got from Green Bay. We signed a linebacker from Green Bay. We had a good day yesterday. We pick up Lindenbaum, a 25-year-old center. I'm not sure about the receiver from Minnesota, Rieger. Not sold, but he's got speed. We'll see. So here's where we keep it cards. But just so people understand, there's a little depth behind my madness. I'm going to take about the next minute or two to tell you how I feel, because the AI takeover is real. It is coming. And so I want to look at it from both sides. I want to be fair. I'm reasonable, as most people say, except when they happen to see me here, because I'm a little more passionate, or it's my forum. But all cards will benefit. This is number one, all right, which I don't believe in, but let's play it out. All cards will benefit from the AI takeover because it provides more business opportunities for the unemployed and a hobby for people that don't work. However, this is far less likely because this relies on card prices going up while the economy is going down. It relies on people buying into breaks and buying boxes while they lost their job. And then at what point, you're already seeing this now, by the way, the millions of cards, the millions and what's your name? It doesn't matter. What's your name? Fuck you, Joe. Suck it, Gio. Am I going? Come on. You're probably lovely people. A matter of fact, I think Gio's a good guy. And if you're friends with Gio, he's probably surrounding himself with good people. Does it mean you have talent or understand the industry? No. All right. So again, you're already seeing it now. At what point are there more sellers than buyers? And maybe that's keeping a flipping game going. And I feel shilling and manipulation is keeping prices elevated. What happens when that crumbles? Okay, so number two with the AI takeover is cards plummet due to real world people, white collar jobs being let go because of AI, just like in the penny stock era, just like I've been saying for over a year, 2 years. It's Wolf of Wall Street. And when the economy went belly up, so did their hustle. And you know what? Let's take a step outside of cards for a second. Let's take a step into reality. I went to the National last year and I went in Breakers Row, whatever the hell they're calling it, Breaker Alley. And it's 18 to 25-year-old men that are lost. I don't blame them. Society doesn't set men or women, for that matter of fact, up right at that age. It feels like a huge uphill climb. It is a huge uphill climb. It's not made for that age group. And so they're turning to selling penny stocks in the 80s, and now they're turning to selling sports cards in 2026. And it is that demographic. And so forget about cards, forget about anything. Just turn the key on to real life for a second and take a look. Read a book, reading Rainbow. Read a book. What the hell is this? This proves my point that this was today. It's not like I went searching hard. So I saw this. I'm like, oh yeah, there are 27 and a half newbies in town trying to throw card shows like Grandma and Me Now. I think it's great. However, if you try on the same day, it serves no purpose to anyone. Vendors can't make money at 2 shows. Guests can't enjoy 2 separate weekends of fun. It's silly, really. Or you're hurting my business, bro. Stop it. Your show might be better. They might stop coming to mine. Competition. You see it a lot in breaking right now and what Fanatics wants to do. You saw it with PSA buying out their competition. You see it with Fanatics collecting all the licenses and buying. It's what corporate America does. And so unless your show is somewhat corporate, good luck on running in the future. Because it's only going to be more sharks and more people that need to make a buck and more people that need to show real profit, and they don't care if shit's manipulated and they don't care if they're pumping gambling. And so it is just going to continue to get more competitive. What did I have to say here? I wrote this last night in a stupor. The current fight, industry versus industry. You all see it. It's hard to miss, especially if you're on Instagram. Boston Card Hunter. What my slurring of words today? I'm talking real things. It's been a day. I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat today. Almost everyone I talk to, the feedback is I'm reasonable. So what's the difference when I present something that it's not reasonable? Because I got a little flair to it? Because I make it look something for YouTube? So Boston Card Hunter continues multiple times a day to crush Whatnot, Panini, and PSA. Some could say that show the industry doesn't like each other, and Fanatics wants to attack the other companies for their mishaps, shortcomings, and bad business. And I'll tell you what, Ken Golden DM'd me at the end of the year. And one of his main things was, oh, don't compare me to Michael Rubin. I've been in the hobby. I've been in the industry since the 70s. Don't put me with Rubin. So does Golden and Fanatics have a little beef? Are they friendly? I'm sure they are. They rely somewhat on each other. But just out in the open, Boston Card Hunter publicly says he's a Fanatics consultant, and most people see through the show he's putting. But he definitely is attacking Whatnot, Breakers, other companies that are not named Fanatics. And he's not going to name Fanatics, and Fanatics doesn't have Fanatics doesn't have content like that made about them. And that's why we're all here tonight. I don't remember what the hell I wanted to say here. What is your motivation? What are you doing? It comes off so funny. I would be I'm reasonable. I'm telling you how it is. I'm telling you what a lot of viewers think. It comes off funny. Oh, do I have more? Oh, I do have more. Wait, there's more. Hold up. I forgot. Yeah, it's too big. I remember that. All right. I would say you're not accomplishing making cards, the hobby, or the industry look better. What you're doing is actually making the industry look really bad and bad for Fanatics. It does not make the company you consult for look good. It makes all cards look bad. So are you calling out shady business practices in an industry that has, again, this is the other thing, like none of it, like, duh, hello, let's take a step out of the industry for a second. Let's put our real, real life hats on here. But there is no barrier to entry in this game. It's the wild, wild west. Anyone can do anything. There's no regulation and there's no barrier to entry, meaning, yes, everything is going to be shady. From the $50 card you got shilled on to the card they told us is $13 million, everything will be shady. Because there's no regulation, there's no barrier to get in, and everyone that's creating content or selling it is making sure you know about it. You know how great it is. You know the most recent all-time sale. You know how much they spent. So what do you expect? So please keep highlighting how shifty the industry is. Fanatics, just so you understand, is guilty by association and correlation in every one of those videos you make, but won't call out Fanatics. Then we have Probstein. Dan the Card Man. I think he made a video on, well, I have the video. Did I not put it up? I have the video. Let's see. Anyways, someone that spent $50,000 on their collection and they want to sell it. Well, it's proven, you could go do the research yourself, that Probstein on eBay as a consigner, his auctions end 10 to 20% higher than anybody else auctions. They end, I'm going to say it again, we'll call it 15%, but 10 to 20% higher than the other auctions on the same card. I wonder why. That's odd. And how come Snipe just got pushed to the side so easily? That's odd. And how come eBay welcomed them back so easily? Because it's all maybe connected and they don't want it to look bad or to spill the secret. I'm talking out loud, but it seems pretty reasonable to me. Explain this one. Riddle me this one. There's zero oversight. And so why do his cards, the same cards, sell for 10 to 20% more on the same website, the biggest website for selling sports cards, eBay, than everyone else's? And then let's go back to our example. You have a collection worth 50 grand. So why wouldn't you, as a person that spent a lot of money here, take the other 7,500 versus not? It's the same thing here. I'm going to give into them. But with one company, I'm going to make 50 grand, and the other company, I'm going to make $57,500, $8 grand more, let's say. Well, guess what? Someone that's spending that kind of money is in it for the money. So, none of us should be shocked by any of it. It's going on right under our nose. There's almost nothing you or I can do about it, it seems. And we'll just wait for them to continue to shoot themselves in their foot at some point. Let's see if I saved. I could have swore I had it right here. Oh, don't load on me like that. Just so everyone understands. And I don't know what I did with it. I had it earlier, son of a... you cannot legally or ethically bid on your own item. It's known as shill bidding. So anyone that's tricked you into saying, oh, I'm just putting in a bid for my own card. Oh, I just want to buy my own card back. No, you're enabling and participating in shill bidding. And so while you cannot directly bid against yourself with a single account on most platforms, attempting to use alternate accounts to drive up your own prices is prohibited, but they don't really look for it at all. They don't monitor it. They don't know. And unless someone like P. Ryan on his Instagram shows that he bid $20,000 on his own Michael Jordan rookie card, none of us ever get to know because none of it's public stuff. And there's no regulation behind it. And there's no oversight behind it. So let's put on our real world brain, and people like to make money, and people that making money like this are probably doing it in a funny way. I do use the word probably because we're not sure, but when it continues to happen and there continues to be red flags year over year over year, and then you have someone like Jeremy Lee really dive in to the terms and service of the auction houses, of course all of this shit is being manipulated. Of course, there's a lot of shady practices that are happening. And do I have it? Let's see if I have it up. Well, Dan the Card Man, I found the original of this guy basically saying, no, that's not it. Basically saying that, yeah, he has bids on his own card. He sent them into Probstein, he calls them. It's Probstein from what we all understand. I'm 99% certain. But he sent them to Probstein. And, Probstein's going to do the work. And he even put some bids on his card so he could follow them. That's what's going on daily, all the time. You have no clue about it. I have no clue about it unless someone is that stupid to go public with it. You also don't know what's happening behind the scene in breaker rooms and how much you paid versus the whale who got a deal because it won't fill. You're not privy to that text. And again, I'm probably the most reasonable sports card content creator out there. I'm not selling you a dream, the hype, the market. All right. So, anything else? Saturday, I went on Jeremy Lee's live. I really enjoyed myself. Broken Talk. He runs a good live. It's industry heavy, but I definitely enjoyed myself. Want to thank you for having me on. Mike Junk Wax Hero, I was on we met early Sunday morning. So it was a late night for me Saturday night, early morning Sunday morning. I didn't realize it was also daylight savings time. Didn't get much. I think I was working on 4 hours sleep when we talked. It was a great conversation. Got good feedback. Mike's a good one. Mike is also he's on the hobby side. He is not industry. He's not pushing anything. He's not making it look sensationalized, glamorizing things. And for the fact for him to get the following he did, semi a la Chris Sewell, except the reason you give Chris Sewell so much love, he's actually a dealer since 2013 and didn't take his channel that way like everyone else was. And so Mike, a real one, I enjoyed being on his show. And then you heard what I had to say. You know, the honest fact of the matter is I've listened to Jesse on Sports Card Nonsense for 4 years. So yes, if you missed the beginning of the show, I went a little hard, as I should. But I've listened to dude for 4 years. He comes off likable, bubbly, not a bad dude at all, a family guy. But when it comes to this has nothing to do with the personal stuff you guys are throwing on your show. It has nothing to do with attacking me because I have a master's and not a doctorate, or I'm a teacher. It makes no sense. Let's stay in what we're doing here. The problem is you can't. You got nothing there. A guy named Hammer Time called. It could. Oh, Hammer. I thought it was Uncle Darnell for sure. It is definitely not Uncle Darnell. We have someone that's healthy. We have someone that's been sick the past couple of weeks. He went to the hockey game. He saw the winning goal. He had great seats. He's excited. And I think I did my thing. Some stories were fun. I have that whole top tab I want to get to. But before that, it's not the same without you in the dark, gloomy basement, my friend. It's just not the same. How we doing?
Oh my God. I am at work right now, actually. It's kind of funny. But I am taking the time to be here. Can you hear me?
So you're healthy enough to be at work. I'm happy to hear.
Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow, but I want to say Gio is not your friend. That's not cool to let other people beat you up on his platform and not say anything. I don't like that.
He kind of, and he was in a weird spot. I agree. The thing is, me and Gio have talked since about it. So, you know, we talked, but I agree. I told him he should have stuck up for me more at that time.
I don't like it, but that's it. I'll leave it there. I won't pick on him too much because I want to like the guy. I really do, but I just don't like the industry side of Gio. Anyway, good guy.
Dave's calling back tomorrow. And Dave, I know you got some stuff to say. You've been away, so I'm looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow, Dave.
I will see you tomorrow, sir.
Hey now. All right. We got a random Dave in there for 2 minutes. Red Blue Master's been down below. I think it's about, I went 47 minutes. We'll get back to what I was saying. We'll step back into reality here in a moment. But for now, we have to welcome on our good friend, Red Blue Master.
Hey,
how you
Professor,
doing?
You know, when I was starting out in the hobby, I kind of didn't really have any guidance. And, you know, I had that 151 Charizard and that Great Felt Pikachu card, and I ended up selling them way too quickly.
How much do they go for now?
A lot of money, but you know what? I kind of don't regret it now because I've kind of started to rebuild back up my Pokemon card collection. And it's just like $1,000. Like, that's not
Blue
terrible.
Red, can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
If you don't want to share, that's fine. How much a month do you think you spend on sports cards or Pokemon, just in cards in general?
Well, right now, I've been actually really just trying to save up because, in general, I realized that I kind of needed to do something and kind of make something of myself.
Hey now.
So I bought some cards earlier this year, and they've been doing really well. And this time around, my plan is not to sell them too early, but to just spread it out over time.
Just remember, because it's all connected. Logan Paul just sold the most expensive card all time, Pokemon. So right now, Pokemon is seeing, you're right, those cards reach that level, but it's not by accident. The card just sold last month. So in a year from now or 6 months from now, when that heat, that hype, that push is gone, I mean, unless they keep recycling it, there is a reason. So just be, there are reasons and rhymes to it all. That's all I'm saying. And
I'm not really that too upset about it now, because what I've realized is that the biggest problem with me is that I think I'm really good at this card stuff. It's just that I was not.
I want to mention one more thing. Everybody right now is good at it because they're pushing it. It's on an uprise. There's momentum. So it's not hard to be good right now, but it's hard to be good when it's not going well. And that will happen again. And it is hard to be good at when it's not getting that push in the ass like it is right now.
Because one thing that I have never done fully was buy into like the big hype players. I mean, like I tried buying into Cam Whitmore and Dante Moore cards, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I can do.
So you dodged the question though. I'm gonna ask over under $700. Are you spending more than $700 a month on cards or less than $700? It's okay. I'm not mad. I just want to know.
I think the last time I spent money on cards was probably around 1,500, and my parents do know about it. And my plan was to just sell them off, and I think I can.
So you haven't bought cards since then? You spent on that lump sum whenever, a couple months, 5 months, I don't know, and you haven't really bought anything since?
No, I haven't bought anything since because I realized that what I need to do is I need to get those cards back and then sell them, because I could easily make a profit on those cards.
Did you send them to PSA?
I sent them to Beckett Grading.
That's fine. Okay. Are they all NBA? I think it's all NBA, right?
It's mostly NBA, and there's like one NFL card, Tyler Shuck, because Tyler Shuck's rookie card market is very dirt cheap right now.
Who said it yesterday? Was it Junk Wax? Someone I don't remember who said it, but it's the absolute. Oh, it was on Jeremy Lee on Friday night, Red Blue, and we're in agreement. We've been doing it a long time. The start of the playoffs, or in the playoffs, or the beginning of a season. So here's my recommendation. People told me to sell the One Piece box, and I haven't. I didn't listen. You do not have to listen. But the choice here is get rid of most of the NBA stuff into the playoffs. Maybe Conk and Nipple's not making the plus, but you're going to get your highest return then, and sell the Shut card going into the Saints season, and then you have some money to play with or work with and try again. But you're probably going to get your biggest, because the other problem here is the new draft class is going to come out, and the new players are going to come out, and then who is Red Blue or all these people going to be excited about? The new draft class. So that's my best. You don't have to listen, but that I at least want to say it, because that's probably your best bet.
But I think I've become much more wiser, and I come to realize more and more as I grow older is that I don't really need like all the big hot players. I just need the players that are going to be great over time, and I'm just going to see all these other players not win championships, while these other players are going to win championships.
What is where I kind of not projected, but I wanted to bestow some wisdom, but I should have listened. What is your time frame to sell those cards?
I think I feel comfortable with waiting even after the playoffs are done.
Come on, bro. Come on. Get rid of some of them in the playoffs, please.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm just waiting for those cards to like get back from Beckett.
It's Cooper Flag. It's Con Knipple. It's not Cooper Flag. I'm kidding. It's Con Knipple, and who else?
I have some Dylan Harper, and I have like a Dylan Harper card, and that's it.
Red Blue, what else do you want to share? I have quite a bit up. So what else would you like to share with before I let you go?
Chilling.
What are you eating for dinner? Hey now. Guess in the comments. This has been a fun game over the last time we played. In the comments, what's Blue Red Master having for dinner? I'm gonna go with what am I gonna go with? Mac and cheese with hot dogs. All right, I'm going mac and cheese with hot dogs. By the way, underrated. I can't eat it. My stomach, I can't eat anything. Maybe that's why I'm such a grump. People come to talk to me about, oh, what's your favorite sandwich? My coworker, the Reuben, the this, the that. I'm like, bro, You're teasing me. I can't even eat none of that stuff. If I do, good luck. I'm out. I'm out for a day. It crushes me. Absolutely takes my energy, fatigue, da. All right. So I got more. We got 2 great calls. Dave Snyder, Red Blue. What else do we have going on? We're in 55 minutes. I think we hit 172 people. Okay, so let's move on. Put your real world hat back on. Bop, 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 bop. I know it's hard for us here. And, Jesse, they said what they said. I bet you Jesse's a very good dude, lovable guy. You came in at a weird time. You started pushing product, maybe when you shouldn't. Gio, if you missed the beginning, I went on early. I started, I led. And it is what it is. And I left Jesse a 5-minute audio thing after the DMs. I just wanted to hear some inflection in my voice. The DMs were getting a little weird. All right. So put your real world hat back on. Let's jump back into the real world. Chilling. Red Blue's chilling. I just want to show you some other niches, some other industries, and how their YouTube performs. Because it's all metrics. We cannot see the metrics we need to see. Panini didn't show us odds. Fanatics has gone away from it on their site where some of the odds aren't posted. We can't see a lot of the stuff we need to see. We should see. But we can't see some metrics. And so let's first look at just Pokemon cards. Just Pokemon cards. PokeRev, who I think is one of the biggest. I don't watch all this. I watch Opossum Bud. He's the man. 40,000 subscribers. Go subscribe. Hey. 3.2 million views. Or excuse me, subscribers. And sports cards been around a long time more and probably started content before TCG like this. The opening, the ripping. So 3 million. Getting 109.52, 192, million views. Who the hell knows? But close to 200,000 views on a lot of this stuff. 94, 400,000. But 3 million, let's just run it down. Unlisted Leaf, 2.7 million subscribers. Leonhardt, 2 million subscribers. So again, we can't see the metrics, how good Arena Club is doing. We can hear it from the industry. We don't see any of the real numbers. We know nothing. We know the pivot. We know what we see, but they don't want us to see the real stuff. But what we can do is I'm going to show you other niches that are supposed to be up there with sports cards, and sports cards will be as competitive as these things, and you're already losing on the card front. And students that of mine, they watch anime. They talk about anime. They wear anime stuff. And they know far more about the anime world and TCG than they know about Fanatics and Topps. So when you talk about the 12-year-old being nostalgic, Fanatics, you might have underestimated your competition here because they're going to be nostalgic for something else. They're not sitting there and watching a 3-hour NBA game. They're spending 1 minute to watch the TikTok highlights. But they are spending hours and hours watching Pokemon, One Piece, Dan the Cardman, like I say, Dragon Ball Z. I think that's kind of, a lot of these are watching way darker stuff. It's amazing, these kids and their dark things that they watch that I don't think most adults have a clue. So we have Leonhardt. All right. Maximo Faux Pokemon, almost 2 million subscribers. Deep Pocket Monster, 2.1 million subscribers. Real Breaking Nate, 2 million subscribers. All Pokemon. No one in sports card could even fathom. Here's a smaller one, 665,000 subscribers. Pretty much still beats any sports card channel, and that's way down the list. Azul GG, 87,000 subscribers, 134,000 subscribers. You get the point? Now let's move to gambling content that you all want to refer it to that, it's gambling. It's going to take over gambling. Well, Vegas Matt has 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. His videos get 300,000 views a video. That's your competition. That's the slice of the pie you need to get. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's as successful as certain people think. And even successful casinos, Caesars is going to get bought out because they're in debt galore. Resorts World, open on the Strip, is suffering big time. So we won't know until we know because they hide it from us, the industry. Lady Luck, over 1 million subscribers, doing, over 200,000 views a video, doing actual gambling content that you're supposed to be competing with. NG Slot, 1.22 million subscribers that you're supposed to compete with. So the numbers that we can see, the metrics I could look at, show me that sports cards are not even in the same realm. I don't care that your spokesperson is Kevin O'Leary and Ken Golden. Cowboy Slots, 500,000 subscribers. Okay, now we'll get to poker. Now, Ryan DePaulo has a small poker channel with 127,000 subscribers. It's a small gambling channel, a small poker channel. But again, you guys want to throw out breaking is on the level of slots and blackjack and poker, and it's not even on the level of Pokemon. Poker has been around for generations, centuries. Daniel Negreanu is a household name with almost 1 million subscribers. Brad Owen, 800,000 subscribers. Rampage, 350,000 subscribers. Getting 150, 170, 200,000 views a video. Your breaking doesn't got shit on this, and it never will. It's big. They make it, the industry needs to make it seem bigger than it is. They're in the push momentum phase. Fanatics just spent a lot of money and bought. Collectors have spent a lot of money. And these, the distribution, it's now their business. All the sports card shops. That's a huge red flag. More and more, and they're getting more luxurious and more luxurious. Have you guys seen the world before? Jonathan Little, 230,000 subscribers. We're almost done here. Another one. All right. I saw this video, and all I thought was our hobby and our industry. And you can leave if you see the video. It's not for you, but I probably won't watch the whole thing. But there are 1 million connections. It's 1 for 1. And I will make sure to pause to give my take when it is 1 for 1. It's called The Greatest Deception of Our Time is Happening Right Now. Jacob in Vegas, Mike Sherman, I discovered 11 years ago. Tiny channel, just pointing out. I knew I was probably moving to Vegas from California. His channel was a lot different then. Nothing gambling related, nothing card related. He was, at that point, he was just showing off different neighborhoods, showing price points. And he's grown a lot bigger. Good for him. Anyways, I want to watch the start of this. I haven't seen it in a few days. I don't remember, but all I remember was while I was watching this was I have to show you. I have to play this on the live. So yes, the images, what you're going to see, do not have to do with sports cards. But just trust me, everything you hear is 1 for 1 what's happening in our industry hobby.
People are pretty much too stupid to do it.
The events are real. The story behind them are almost never real.
Best we can.
Okay, so we'll pause right there. The events are real. The stories behind them are almost never real. G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe? Along with Shine and some guy that's supposed, who was his name? Steve Grad? I don't remember his name. That's probably not him. Not him. But the authentication guy there, authenticating it. The recent $18 million Pokemon sale, the semi-recent $13 million Jordan Kobe sale that Kevin O'Leary is wearing around his neck. We could go on and on and on. The SummerSlam event where they rip 4 packs before SummerSlam while all of WWE world is watching. Oh, we got to make it look good. We got to go get them to sell. They don't know our product. Let's make it look good. And what do they hit on the 4 pack of CM Punk? And if not, no one wants your product. It creates a genuine emotion of hitting a jackpot for the camera. And again, he started the video. Most people are too stupid to see it. If you're here watching this, you're not. That's one of our biggest gripes. People call me reasonable until they don't agree with what I'm saying. I'm still being reasonable. The SummerSlam thing is not a breaker. It's a contrived event. Some will call it terrible advertising and marketing and PR. Some will call it false advertising, and some could even go to the extent to call it fraud.
People are pretty much too stupid to do it.
The events are real. The story behind them are almost never real.
Best we can offer them is the feeling of participation.
We are entering the age of confirmation.
Every damn line. I'm not playing. I won't watch this whole video. I'll let you go watch it on your own, and we'll watch some. Every line hits home. I don't remember what he said. Every line
can offer them is the feeling of participation.
That's it. The people all wrapped up in it, they're feeling like they're participating in something. It's the loneliness epidemic. We're not setting our young men and some of our females up for success until they're 30-something, and it's kind of late. And so the best they can offer is the feeling of participation. Every line. I'll let it play 30 seconds. Let me gather my thoughts, but it's exact one for one.
We are entering the age of confirmation porn.
Which is saying people are dumb, so spoon feed them stuff that dumb people can handle.
They will comply with the policies that we put in effect anyway.
Even if it's terrible, even if Collectors goes and buys the competition and create a monopoly, even if Fanatics takes all the licenses and semi-create a monopoly, even if shill bidding happens on a daily, even if auction term sites or terms of service are terrible, they're counting on the fact that the general public can't see through the game.
Eventually, people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
Manufacturers public consent for what the elite want to do.
Just like a magician knows something about your mind.
And so the thumbnail of this video, I won't call them the elite, but that's it. The good old boy club. When they say, again, it's one for one. Nat Turner should probably be in this photo, and I missed that opportunity. Let's get back to let's exit all these. Hell yes. Yes, but all way bigger. The sports card market, as big as you guys say, as healthy as it is, as much as it's turning, it can't compete with the real world stuff. It can't. I just closed out. It cannot compete with the real
people are pretty much.
Time feels meaning of a situation, and they know they can manipulate that meaning making.
And it's very difficult for people to admit that I have been manipulated.
You know they're lying. They know they're lying. They know they're lying. And
Everyone
still
feels
continue to lie.
like reality is slightly misaligned. Time feels faster. People feel colder. And the world is moving.
All right. I'm telling you, the whole video, it just nailed it. It's exactly this. It's one for one. I know they use different images. It's very political, but really you could do this to most markets right now, most things. And with the internet and social media, they've found their little sweet spot there. And again, social media didn't exist 15 years ago. The smartphone was in our pockets not until 2010, 2012. And it's going to continue to evolve in certain ways. But anyways, this is video advice. I've never seen his stuff before. He has over 3 million subscribers. 400,000 people saw this video. And I just think it relates a lot to the card world. Now, earlier I talked about AI. And trust me, this is not the only dude giving you a warning. But I'm going to tell you something because I've followed him a long time. And I bet most of you know who this guy is. A lot of you do. Clear Value Tax is the channel's name. He has almost 3 million subscribers. I've been following a long time. He doesn't tell you what you want to hear, and he's almost always been right. All the channels for clicks. Oh, the housing market's going to collapse in 2024. Oh, the housing market. Nah, bro, he told what it was. He called silver, not that you couldn't, I didn't, but he called silver 7-8 months prior. He didn't see it going that high, but he said he was buying. So he's going to talk about how bad the job market is, how bad people are losing jobs, and how AI is slowly and quickly, I should add that, let me change that, quietly and quickly going to dominate, and it's going to be a problem. And again, we'll just watch 30 seconds, a minute. You can go check it out on your own, but let's see.
The jobs report was released this morning, and it was a disaster. It was a complete disaster. I want to show you what happened. For the month of February, the U.S. labor market lost 92,000 jobs. The expectation was that we would add 50,000 jobs.
Whoops.
And I just want to give you my honest opinion. I believe that we lost well over 100,000 jobs in February. I mean, you just wait for the revisions to happen. Like, you know, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so let me show you the trend of jobs.
Now, people, red, blue, you know, he's crushing it in cards. Well, this is all new. Okay, and this is the monthly job creation. And only in the past 6 months, 5 months, year, have we seen any downturn, any negative. It's not as rosy as you think. The industry's not as big as you think. And what happens when this continues to take over and make people's decisions for them?
Job creation over the past.
All right. If you trust me, he gets into it. Great video, great channel, clear value tax. So there's that one. This is card related. I have not watched it. Maybe you have. And Frank, I believe this guy's name is Mike Moynihan. Maybe I'm wrong. Isn't that what Junkwax Hero said? Is his name Mike Moynihan? So Frank, Mike Mahan is the Fanatics CEO of collectibles. Mike Mahan. I believe this guy here, baseball collector who talks about the hobby revolt is coming, which I have not watched. This is Mike Moynihan. So I heard good things about this video. I have not seen it yet. And so I'm going to watch it with you guys. It's 15 minutes. Maybe we'll watch the whole thing. Maybe not. I'm going to give this one more of a chance. You know, of course, the other two videos, great. Excellent videos. I watched them both. I recommend going to watch them, but this one I want to give some attention because it's not my channel. It's not the guy that you guys say have a tinfoil hat, although you call me reasonable all the time. It's Baseball Collector. Got 12,000 views. Maybe you already watched it, but I haven't. I'll take my time to interject, but I'm very curious what he says. The hobby revolt is coming.
Yo, no Liberty, Mike here, Baseball Collector. It is Thursday morning. I got my coffee. It's pretty early. And the video that I want to do today is one I have been stewing on for literally a couple of days. In my old age, I have decided if I'm going to make a video that might...
Pause and then I'm watching. Pause and I'm giving it 3 minutes. Chat, viewers, community. You're fucking hilarious. I don't know if I bring it out in you. I don't know if it's something about the mix we got in the chat. You guys are hilarious. And so if you see me chuckling while watching the video, it has nothing to do with the video. It has to do with how funny the damn chat is. All right, here we go.
Get some people's juices flowing. I want to really think about it for a couple of days just to make sure that I'm setting the right tone, that I'm saying the things I want to say, that I'm articulating my points in a reasonable manner. And the reason this came up is I've seen some things that have happened. I have had a conversation with Craig Halbig, who is a dealer. He's going to be on next week's Golden Age of Cardboard episode, and we already recorded that, and that got me thinking. And the last thing I want to do, though, and the reason this, like, okay, do I really want to do this, is I don't want you to think that I am down on the hobby. That is not the tone that I am trying to set. I'm actually, I think the hobby is bigger and healthier and better than it has ever been.
Why you always lying? It might be big-ish. It's not healthy. It is not. I will repeat it again. Just from, if you watch the first hour, it is anything but a healthy market and hobby right now.
In my time in the hobby, there is an amazing just energy around the hobby. And as I've told you guys,
money, 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 money. That energy you feel, it's money circulating the room. It's people getting greedy. It's the excitement about money. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's hear him out. I know he's going to have some great points, but he's starting the soft cushion here, so you don't rip him too hard.
Before, the hobby and the industry are two different
Hey
things.
now! Hey
And what I
now!
see coming, probably sooner rather than later, is a hobby revolt, a hobby reckoning, if you will, against the industry.
Too late. You're watching it. We're here. We're live. Yes, sir.
I think that collectively, the people in the hobby are going to say no more to corporate greed, no
Too
more
late.
to zany breakers, no
Preach.
more to things that they don't like.
What?
And let me tell you really what I'm talking about and why I think this.
What?
There is just this overall, discomfort with a lot of things going on in the hobby.
What?
That are forced upon us by the industry,
Damn
such
straight.
as high product prices. If you're a guy who likes to open product, that's becoming more and more.
Now, here's the other conflict I had with me meeting Mike Mahan, and why it just doesn't, I don't feel the urge to reach back. All he had to do was listen to this 12-minute video by this dude. Or all he has to do is watch a few of my videos. Or if he wants to get there's nothing in the 50 minutes we said where he couldn't just get the pulse from anybody. So it just, why, I feel like the reason they want that relationship is so I can report back Fanatics' word. I don't think they earned that.
Difficult, which actually makes the revolt easier. Ironically, if it gets too expensive, it's just easy to go, you know what? I'm just not going to participate anymore. I can't afford to participate. My hand has been forced. I would like to open boxes, but I can't.
And the other thing is we don't have to leave. I didn't leave. I got into One Piece, and then One Piece got too expensive. Or I'm buying random 1966 Batman cards. Or I'm buying my unshilled Vince McMahon rookie card. I'm still piling them. So wake up, Fanatics. We don't have to leave. There's plenty of other options out there. Growing by the daily.
Because Fanatics has made a lot of product out of reach for a lot of collectors. So you've got that, right? And then you've got the whole grading thing. Obviously, the videos that Teapot has put out lately showing the painfully obvious and well-known to everyone inconsistencies of grading, the, just silliness that it might be. This isn't even a knock on grading because I am a pro grader guy.
Okay, so I know we're watching it. I did kind of want to watch all, but what's going to happen here is I've run all down this list many times. We all see it. We all know at this point they can't hide it. And this is going to run down the list. We all know. I'm down to hear someone else say it. I'm not sure how much more we'll watch, but every single thing here he's going to list off. Trust me, we've listed it too.
But it is, you never know what you're going to get. Spin the wheel and see what you're going to get. But I think as more and more people enter the hobby, and the hobby collectively kind of matures and ages, there's something that comes with time, and that's wisdom. As you experience
Red,
different
blue,
things
red,
and
blue,
get
listen.
burned by different things, you go, okay, fool me once, shame on me.
I was wondering, I think we're done here, but if you want to go watch Baseball Collector, Hobby Revolt is coming. I was wondering, why the hell is this guy? I thought it's the Beatles. Oh, blah dee, oh, blah da. No. Oh, bah, Oh, but I want to go to WrestleMania. A coworker of mine sent me 30% off. The tickets are halfway reasonable. Last year I spent an absurd amount. It's 1/3 less. With that 30% off, it's almost a 25. Excuse me, it's 2/3 less. I spent over $600 a night to get a seat last year. Not a great seat, a decent, third deck towards the bottom. That same ticket right now with 30% off, I get for $200 out the door. I don't really want to go both nights. I want to see Obafemi, and I think he's going to wrestle Brock Lesnar. It was a rumor, it was this, that, the other. Now it seems like that's being more confirmed. It's going to be Femi versus Brock Lesnar, and that's what I want to see for $200. So obviously everything else in the whole show, and it's a good time. You see, the coolest thing I thought about WrestleMania was when you go to Monday Night Raw or you go to SmackDown, not like I've done it a lot, you see a few wrestlers, you see a few of the big names, you see a few of the entrances. At WrestleMania, if you go both nights, you see all the big players, all the mid cards, all their entrances, all the stops. And so that was really exciting for that. And that's why I would go for a couple $100 for one night. Anyways, Hobby Revolt is coming. Baseball Collector. What else? We started here. I almost want to make this the thumbnail. I won't do it. Maybe. Let's see. What story do I want to get to? Oh, let's just talk football for 30 seconds, a minute. It's so, and this is why I was happy with what the Raiders did. The Raiders did overspend for a few players, but they 70%, if they signed 10 guys yesterday, 7 or 8 of them were on excellent contracts. A bad contract in the NBA, it's far worse by the NBA. By the way, 2 players who don't deserve that kind of money have to get paid that kind of money for the team to, and then they're just ruined. But breaking news, Wan'Dale Robinson, who, sure he has a little hype, sure he could be good. He's not that good. And make me eat my words over here. But he's just, he wasn't lighting it up with Jackson Dart. And he signed a 4-year deal worth $78 million. We'll call it $80 million. And I am so thankful that is not what the Raiders did. I don't really like their wide receiver signing. Some people do. Rieger from Minnesota. He's got speed. They signed him for 3 years, 35. It's 2 years guaranteed. Third year, they could cut him if they don't want him. So it's a far better deal than giving this guy $80 million. Good luck. And maybe that's not all guaranteed. Maybe they could cut him at some point. But contracts like that crush a team. All right. Again, not me. March 7th. Grabbed a case of 2026 hobby boxes today. I collect vintage and early 90 inserts like everybody else at the moment. But the 2026 Topps caught my eye with the 75th anniversary. I bought a few boxes over the past few weeks and enjoyed the product. A lot of people did not enjoy the product, but he did, so he decided to buy a case. The case did not go so well. I'm a little annoyed. By the way, this is me like scrolling for 2 seconds. I don't have to work hard to find this. I'm sure there are tens of dozens, hundreds, maybe dozens of posts just like this or similar or in this vein over the past few weeks. It's just popped up. This is what he got in his case, where I get a case and I get 12 relics and not a single auto. I know it's an auto or relic per box, but 12 out of 12 is a little ridiculous. Cards are nice looking and I like them, where the people that I know that opened them didn't really love them, but fine. But 0 autos turned me off. The dude bought a case. Auto will call a box or relic, so fine. Maybe we'll get 6 autos. My buddy opened up a jumbo box. Maybe that was your mistake, not spending the extra for the real stuff, that real juice. You got to pay the extra. I think in his jumbo box, it was supposed to be 1 autograph and 1 relic. That's what he told me. Maybe it's a little, but I think he ended up getting 2 autos and 2 relics. Neither were, it was still pennies. He didn't make up for the box at all. But this dude bought a case, felt inspired enough to write about it, and it got 463 comments. Not 1 auto in a full case is pretty disappointing. Doesn't look like a sealed case from Topps. Guessing you got a weighed case from someone and didn't see a case hit either. Also, I get tons of stuff from Topps directly. They don't use that type of tape. Interesting. I've not read any of the comments. Every day. It's going on every day. If they can hide it from you or not show you, just assume it's happening. You know, assume that call to a buddy to say, hey, man, you got to be in my breaking room at 7:30 so you could pump up a few products for me. Just assume that's happening because there's nothing stopping it from happening. And they have families to feed. They have a shelter to provide for themselves. And this is the industry and business they chose. So that's what they're going to do because they can and they need to. Do you mind sharing who you purchased that from so I don't make the same mistake? It was my local card shop that I got it. I've been going there since I was a kid. Well, just like as you've been going there since you're a kid, don't mean shit. They sold you a case, but wasn't sealed case from Topps. They knew it was all relics. How did they know? How could they possibly know? Now, relics could be weighed. Now, you wouldn't probably want to give a random relic that could be some awesome patch auto or so. Does Topps base have that? Some awesome heavier card. So more likely is you got some big businesses CT scanning stuff. You didn't get a case, you got a case worth of hobby boxes. This is exactly why I'm considering being done buying anything other than singles, smart man. I've also known it's a gamble, but when the odds are so crap, it's hard to keep wanting to throw away my money. Now, when I talk about it right here, people think I'm making stuff up. People think I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. People think I'm just spewing nonsense. When really what I say is I'm just highlighting what was happening to the public, how the public feels, what the general perception is rather than people pushing the market to 10x it. This guy doesn't like all the different parallels and variations. Even numbered cards aren't that special anymore. So far, bought 2 jumbos and 3 hobby boxes. Couldn't be happier with 26 series so far. I also hit a Jared Jones red auto. He likes it. Justin here. That's Fanatics for that. Or thank Fanatics for that. Last one we'll read from Chris, and we're just scrolling down the list. How crazy is this post, Laugh Out Loud? I just submitted a complaint/review to Topps. I bought a case and got all relics and not one auto. To top it off, I only got 5 relics, numbered cards out of 50, out of 150, 250, 20, 26, 26, 3 Roman Anthony rookies, and a ton of junk. What a waste of money. Little cheat code as well. All of my relics were in one of the top 4 packs in every box. No case hit either. So again, Fanatics is going to say, "Oh, it's not my fault. It's not my problem." But you're running the industry right now. It is your problem. People are being non-transparent, sometimes non-ethical about how they're doing business. Many. It's happening daily, hourly. I wasted money on a jumbo and haven't bought one since. Let's put on Charles. Charles has something to say on this. How you doing, Charles?
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty to say on this kind of stuff because I've been there. When I first started, I thought, wow, the thrill of opening a pack and ripping is what it's all about. It's not. Buying the singles is what it's all about. And like I was saying in the comments, a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph is probably cheaper than buying a case of this. And I'm talking like a parallel of Ken Griffey, like a
absolute. What is a case of this going to run you?
Oh, probably $2,000.
Easy. And the jumbo more.
And Griffey's probably not even like 1,000, maybe 1,500.
You could get a sweet Griff. You could almost get a sweet auto of anyone you want. A sweet one.
Two of them.
I don't know what's good, but a cool one.
You get Nolan Ryan or Bo Jackson. Both of them probably be as cheap as this. So I sent you a link on your Instagram on Reddit.
Hey now.
You want to talk about worse than this? This degenerate, when you see this post, it's on Reddit. When I sent it to your Instagram.
Yep, I got it. Give me one sec. Hey, Charles learning. Professional.
Yes.
All right, let me refresh it. We'll watch it right now.
It's a brand new. Dana Auto. 10 cards royalty. Auto, we got it. by Paz. Look at that signature.
As if it's not a little manipulated, as if it's not a little contrived, as if we're all so dumb. But what they want is the new people. They want the general public. They want to push it to a 13-year-old. There's what, 20 more seconds? Let's watch.
We case this up and give it to him. We're about to announce him tonight. Beautiful. They're great cards. Beautiful.
Sure.
These are brand new.
Like, you know anything. Charles, it's funny you mentioned that because I had this. It's Brady with LeBron. LeBron's not sitting there ripping. Same thing, you know, just how stupid. How stupid.
Yeah. If you believe Brady has been a collector since he was a kid, I've got beachfront property in Nebraska to sell you. I'm just telling you.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's just, he's a businessman. It is what it is. I'm sure he likes baseball cards. He probably likes the fact that he's got a football card.
Nah,
but
bro.
he's not a
Somebody
collector.
named Reichel Rubin or someone, he's not doing anything for free.
No,
Nothing. This
of course
fool
not.
got sold a business model. He got sold sold something from some high up people that are billionaires, and he bought in. But he has nothing to do about his love for cards.
Yeah. So, and another thing, I didn't send you the link actually, which was the one on Reddit. A guy bought the Chrome Jumbo, right? And he's basically just trying to see how far he could go, and his goal is to try to get that redemption for the Mickey Mantle rookie card. The dude pulled a Ken Griffey Jr. gold autograph. Beautiful card. It's a parallel card, but it's a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph. That's the most important part of it. He sells it back to his local card shop and buys more shit.
That's right. That's right.
That is what's wrong with this hobby. If I pulled a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph, first of all, I'd be showing it off here. And then second off, I'd be like, I have officially retired from opening boxes of cards. Thank you.
Well, let me throw a third one at you. And it just, again, the uninformed, or who the hell is selling that back to a card shop? You can make far more money figuring out how to sell it yourself. The card shop's probably the worst place to go and sell it.
When you're a degenerate, you don't think logically. You just think, I got to get it. I got to get that hit. I got to chase it.
You could get back. It's all in one stop. You could sell it there. Plus, you don't want the money. You want more boxes.
Exactly. Plus, some of these shops are actually kind of crazy and buying them back at like 80, 85%. So he might be one of the few that's getting a really good shop that does that. Mine buys back at like 75%. He's not bad. He's about a little above average.
I mean, but you can still make 100% if you sell the card yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, yeah.
Well, keep it because it's a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph, for crying out loud. Why would you want to sell that? He's an icon in the baseball world. Like, I don't know. It's just, people baffle me sometimes. Like, you know, I used to chase those kinds of cards and stuff. And I thought, well, you know, it's fun until you don't have money anymore and it's not fun.
Charles, what's up with your microwave?
It's over there.
Someone just said, well, how come they said that? Did you just have it in your background or something?
Yeah, it was on my background. I switched it to the.
By the way, let me see. I think your lighting actually looks really good. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's not a bad place to sit.
I've got cards. I got Ric Flair behind me. I got the W.
Interesting. What else you got, Charles?
Just I for one appreciate the rants. I like these kind of videos. That's kind of chill. And just, you know, talking about the hobby and talking about what's going on with it.
Neo, I sell, yes, many people sell in Facebook groups. Neo always with a little bit of the corporate speak. Neo, there are plenty of ways to sell a card, and it's happening every day, all day. So how uninformed are you? If you want to sell the card, I wouldn't be selling it on eBay either.
Yeah,
So,
eBay is not the way to go.
I wouldn't sell it on eBay as well. I'd sell it a different route than eBay.
Facebook has plenty of marketplaces to do
And
that.
it's not just me. It happens on not only an hourly, every minute someone is putting a bid, more than every minute, on Facebook. I don't use Discord, but from what I understand, the same thing goes on at Discord. Are people paying all their taxes that set up at card shows? Get out of here with that. It's the perfect industry to not pay taxes in.
Yeah, eBay's not the only game in town anymore. There's plenty of ways to get rid of your cards and even keep a lot of your, you know, not have fees and stuff like that. Like Facebook, that's where I get most of my cards from nowadays. You know, you pay goods and services to cover your ass just in case it's fraud, so you get your money back. And I've never been let down yet. But I don't buy big, massive $1,000 cards either. I buy maybe $50 card, you know, $20 card here and there.
Charles, can I say how you and Neo have a similarity? I noticed something in common. I know he wasn't your biggest fan, but there is something in common.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, how did you? Oh my God, I just lost what the damn thing was in common. What did this dude say? The corporate speak, eBay. How did I lose it? Oh my God, what an idiot! Here on the live, spaced it right then. I don't know. I'll tell you what you have in common coming up. A little tease. I didn't forget anything. A little tease, Charles.
Okay, I'll take it. But I mean, I don't even hate Neo or anything. It's just sometimes I felt like he was sort of just taking up for the industry too much.
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. You could both take heat. I like that about both of you. It makes me like Neo a lot more. I've come in Neo. Neo gets it. Neo's not crying like Jesse. Neo could take a little heat. He understands the game we're playing here. Charles, you took a shitload of heat and you're still right here. I respect both of you a lot for that. A Geo as well. As much as we could disagree with Geo could take some heat. So kudos to all of you.
Right.
But Neo could take heat. I appreciate that about him.
Yeah, Geo, like I said in the comments, he surrounds himself by people that are just less intelligent than him because it makes him look better.
Hey, the one dude's got a doctorate. He's smart. He just doesn't know cards.
Well, he's not smart about cards. He might be smart in general, but he's not smart about cards. And that's the thing. Is like if you're on a card channel and you're trying to talk about cards and you don't know shit about cards, then what are you doing there? You're just talking into the void, and you're just trying to spout off nonsense.
Dude, people are Card Chef. I never said card shows are a scam. I said a lot of people go there and they don't have to pay taxes. That's all. More people are accepting credit cards at shows now, but how about Zelle? You could Zelle at a card show. You could do friends and family at a card show. You could pay cash, which is probably how most dealers like it. So with all those things, there are many people that don't do it. They do it on purpose. They flip a card on purpose there, an expensive one, so they don't have to report it. And on Facebook groups and on Discord, there's no one tracking it. So I never called either of them a scam. I just said it's a way because Neo mentioned, on eBay, you still have to pay fees and taxes. Well, there are avenues like card shows where there are no fees for the dealer. They got to pay for the table. But also that supports hundreds of people coming up to their booth right then and there. And then they just don't have to pay so anyways, there's a way to sell cards that you're not paying the IRS, and people are doing it many, many times a day, every day.
And there's
I
another
never
lost
called
art.
this scam.
There's another lost art too called trading. Like not the trading that you see from Jeff Wilson and all these idiots that trade like big time $50,000 big trades and shit. I'm talking like I pulled a $500 card. All right. So who wants this card? Okay. Well, I've got, some, like an insert or something from the 90s that might be around that much. It might be Jordan or Kobe or something. That's a good trade for me. Instead of selling it, I could get a trade for it.
So if I want to go, because you could do this. I've gone to shows where you take the card there and someone's offering you 90%, or you find someone at trade night, which have become really popular. And I don't go to trade nights, but what I hear from people that spend lots of money is that it's a great place to buy. Of course it is. So they didn't set up a table. They didn't pay for fees. Stop it. There are many ways it's happening. You're acting as if it doesn't happen. It happens on a daily at every show, every minute on Facebook, maybe every second, all the time on Discord. And yes, opening your eyes a bit, it happens at shows too. My goodness.
eBay is not the only way to go. It really isn't. Not anymore.
But now they're arguing, it shows you have to pay for a dealer table, travel, this. Trust me, people are getting rid of those cards there to make up for the travel then. They don't have to pay taxes. They don't have to track it. Some do. Many, many don't. It's just I'm a reasonable guy. I'm telling you the truth. That's how it is. If you don't think it, you're very close-minded.
Yeah, and then Neo's saying it's not 90%, or 100%. I don't know anyone could ever sell a card over 100% unless you're buying it or selling it to a repacker who's just, got loads of money and is just going to buy everything you have and buy it over comps.
Yeah, but they're setting up at shows.
They're still setting up at shows and they're still paying for something. There's just something there to it.
And the point is, you don't have to sell it to a dealer. There's other deals that happen, especially at the trade nights.
And the point is, why would you even sell back a card like that just to buy more wax and get dusted on it? Like you pull a King Griffey Jr. autograph card, you've pulled one of the Grail cards. Most of the time, you're going to pull a 30-year-old minor leaguer who you've never seen pitch before and has 1,000 autographs in the set. Like if you're going to do that, if once you hit something, just go ahead and say, you know what, I think I'm good here. I pulled a King Griffey Jr. autograph. I don't think it's going to get any better than that. Whether you think it will or not. Oh, what about Ohtani? It's just don't
You
pressure
do it
luck.
the right way. The biggest card I've ever hit. One of my first videos, I did the PSA revealed 3 cards. One was a Charizard from my friend, and then the 2 were mine. I hit the Patrick Mahomes 2017. This was probably in 2018. I hit the regular base and the red and yellow rookie card. And the red and yellow rookie card I sold right before the Super Bowl. You can go check the sales now. Mine's still pretty much the highest of all time. I don't do this, but I knew this is the time, and I got 2,300. I walked it into Legacy. That motherfucker wouldn't offer me 1,000. Now, he was kind and said the best bet is just to sell it yourself. Damn straight I wasn't going to give it to him for 1,000 because prices were between 1,700 to 2,200. So I understand it's a tough, it was hard for him to make a deal. He's willing, comfortable at 1,000, which is a huge ripoff. So yes, and I got more than most people have ever got for selling that card. And why don't I do it all the time? Because good luck. There's a reason they're shill bidding. There's a reason there's manipulation. There's a reason they have to make it look bigger than it is. Because it's not easy. It's not a win every time. But I did sell that card at the right time for the peak 2 or 3 years ago. And they won this. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's also why like King of Cards has a YouTube channel. You think he's making every bit of his money from selling cards? No, he's got merch he sells. He's got his YouTube channel. It's probably generating his ad revenue and stuff. He's making some money off of that. The cards are just something he was doing. And, of course, he's going to highlight the big $40,000 deal. What he's not telling you is he's probably paying $38,000 for the card and he's selling it for $42,000.
Danhausen, I loved it. Charles, Chris Sewell said it clear as day one time I interviewed him right at the beginning of the lives. I interviewed him off live, and he said he doesn't really even want to be a YouTuber, but it's good for his business. He gets business. Even Chris Sewell, who's doing it very authentically and genuinely, it's good for business. So the reason King of Cards or whatever you're saying, one, I think he might be a little in with Fanatics, but I don't know that. Number two, the reason they all do it is it because it keeps business coming. It keeps collections coming. It keeps their name out there. And so even and Chris said is the most honest, and so he said it point blank that even it keeps them getting business. And he's the only one that's going to be real honest about it.
Yeah, Chasing Cardboard does it too. Ty Wilson, admits it too. It's the same concept. But I mean, like Mike Geo, he's been successful in the business. He's also not been successful in the business, but he knows when to get back in and he knows when to get out, and he's in and he's full speed ahead because we're in a boom in the hobby right now. The question is, where are a lot of these people going to be in 5 years?
Why is Logan Paul and Ken Golden not doing something else, Neo? So what Logan Paul and Ken Golden are doing is what all those people are aspiring. They would dream, or that's what they're trying at a much lower level. So
It's
you're
mission
just an
accomplished.
apologist.
That's why they're not
for
doing
these
it
people.
anymore. They accomplished their goal. They made a big sale on a card. They've accomplished their goal. They don't need to do anything else. That's exactly why he's not doing it anymore. Quit while you're ahead. That's the Logan Paul way. That and he's
all
busy
pumping
and
and
estimating.
promoting something, and you're right. It's free marketing, but it's also marketing based off an agenda of 10xing their business, of the business. And fine, you know what? I don't want shit like that. I'm not trying to watch you pump your business because that's what everyone does. That's what corporate America does, and I'm gonna stay as far away from that as possible. Because then you have people like Charles getting screwed over, people not knowing where to buy a case, and they buy it from their local card shop, and their local card shop opened it, took out the hits, and gave them 12 bullshit relics.
Yeah, there you go. Starting to see a lot of. I mean, and this is not something that's new, by the way. People selling cases of cards and like opening up the cards and resealing them. This is not new. This has probably been going on since the junk wax era. How do you think they get these?
Of
Grail
course
cards
it
and keep
was.
them. And it's just
Dave Snyder has the theory that Beckett knew exactly what he was doing. He was actually buying this is Dave Snyder's theory, but he says he sees it clearly as day. He buys he buys the cards first, and then afterwards he puts some green arrows.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the cards that you want to push, that you have some of, or that you have incentive of, yeah, you're going to push them. Like Jeff Wilson's going to keep pushing the Desmond Ritter and Will Greer, and then they literally both got either released or just nothing happened with them at all. And then on top of everything else, this goof is opening an $1,800 box of cards to chase a 2000 Tom Brady rookie card. It's absolute from Panini back in 2000, which is absolutely atrocious to open, by the way. They have cards numbered to 3,000 in there.
Charles, did you have... Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, I was just saying, like, this is the kind of content that Goof Wilson's going to nowadays, because his other stuff's just not getting any kind of traction anymore. So he's going back to opening expensive wax and getting dusted on it and going, well, at least I went for it. You know,
Did you happen to see the Hobby Degen video right here? No, if you have not, no,
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Please watch it. Go, if you're here, go. It's a great video. And, I want to keep making them either every Sunday or Monday. I'm going to play 30 seconds of it, Charles. Just get a little teaser. I want to keep making these weekly, and I really hope I can keep up with it. It's not easy.
Don't talk to me about comms. I'll price my cards the way I want to price them.
Welcome to an episode so insane your mother-in-law subscribed, and we'll start with Tom Brady. Oh my goodness, a Grail Caitlin Clark is added to Tom Brady's collection, and he has a face right there that your mother-in-law might make over a Caitlin Clark card. I'm sure he's thrilled. And how cute is this? This husband and wife collected every card of Woody.
We're friends now, guys, aren't we, Buzz? Oh, nothing.
And this One Piece card is up $41,000 in 7 months. It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
This man is a genius. A genius.
What you got?
We'll end it here.
Ooh, that's a
nice.
fan favorite.
Hey, an emotion intense.
Anytime you hit an MJ,
I was gonna say
MJ. Come on.
MJ I think that was one of like the.
And here's another guy
All
who
right,
feel
you
real
get the
proud
point,
of
but,
himself. Anyways, I keep it moving. I really enjoyed making it. A lot of fun watching it back right now. And if you have not seen it, go hit the like button. Yep. Anyways, good video. I want to keep making them. I'm going to label them Hobby Degen videos because basically that's what's happening here. Charles, another thing that bugs me is that they all put like all the promotion is on the new all-time record sale. And I know this is just on this, but I had more. I don't know. Oh, there's another record price sale. And here's you could just, they keep pushing record price sales when in reality, you could go buy a sweet rookie card new player for under $200. I mean, they just keep pushing the highest sale.
Here's you a perfect example. This is a Mark Grace autograph. $50. $50. And that's authenticated, by the way, from JSA. On-card autograph, rated rookie.
100, what'd you, $50?
$50.
Yeah, see, bro. Yep. And that's where it's all heading. Mark Grace was a stud. People love Mark Grace.
The most hits in the 90s. Mark Grace.
Really? Did he have the most hits in the 90s?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
wow.
did. And doubles, too.
Good one. Hey, now. I like that kind of stat.
Yeah, I do, too. I mean, especially when, that was really the only positive about the Cubs in the 90s, that and Ryan Sandberg. But, I mean, just stuff like that. I collect stuff like that. I don't have to have an Ohtani. I've got a bunch of Ohtani inserts and stuff, but it's not, I could get them graded. I could sell them or flip them if I want to. But I'd rather just collect, like a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, which I have. I don't have it graded, but I have one. I have a Tony Gwynn rookie card. Raw. I don't have it graded, but I have one. It's cool. It don't matter if it's graded.
Of course. And it's historic. And it's a Hall of Famer. Not only a Hall of Famer, elite echelon Hall of Famer. So it's just unfortunate that when they got their cards printed, just like Shaq, just like almost everyone today, except a little 101 or the little paid debut patch, it's just overprinted. There's too much of it. And so that Tony Gwynn card, unless it's in a 10 or maybe a 9, it doesn't hold any value.
I'll have one positive about Jeff Wilson. He opened up an 81 Topps football, and I discovered that Dwight Clark had the same rookie card in the set that Joe Montana did. And I found that card in a PSA 9 for, I think, $40 on Fanatics Collect. So I got it sitting beside Joe Montana now. So that's cool to me because Dwight Clark was the guy who was the catch.
Yep.
It was the same
Huge
year
in
in
the
81.
Bay. Huge for the Bay.
Right. And it's the same year that the catch was made. So it's like I got them sitting beside each other.
Now, let me ask you a question because this is honestly the truth. You're talking about guys you grew up with, Mark Grace, Tony Gwynn, Dwight Clark, these But the problem is that sure, we're all between, I don't know, if you saw Dwight Clark or even a little egg, you're 40 and older. And really, though, the guys that are 70 are probably not as attached to Mark Grace so my question is that what happens when it's not the people that watch Griffey or Mark Grace or this and this? It just those card values are gonna be hard. At $50, you can't lose. You know, at $50 for an auto Hall of Famer you like, throw it in your collection all day. But you know, I just worry when or not worry, but it's interesting when those players are no longer the people that have the nostalgia or watched. What happens? Because it's not the same product as the vintage stuff. It's not the same product that was produced as Mickey Mantle. Charles, I've been putting work. I haven't got new players, but a lot of work into the hobby score recently. So I just wanted to highlight it. I can't wait for summer, because once summer starts, I'll be able to put a lot more work into it. But my goal, I think I have about 196 different cards on here. My goal is to have, over 3,000 by the end of the year. And I would assume summer, I would do a lot of that, but it's a lot of fun to work on. And it is a passion project I don't get to work on enough. Numbers are a little off. I'm working on that to get them updated, more daily or weekly. But anyways, you will see some new things here and some upgrades. And it's something I'm excited about. I wish I could put more time into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting and it's very needed because I can look on there and go, wow, Mike Trout's actually in my range. If it's in a PSA 10, I could actually get that.
Now, these prices are a little old, so the prices on here they're not updated with the crazy, but the goal is to have them being updated more constantly without me having to go manually do it. And so that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm working on back end stuff. I'm working on things so I can then grow it, hopefully.
And
but it's
too,
fun to make.
The World Baseball Classic is going on too, so certain players are going to fluctuate like crazy. Aaron Judge, for example, Ohtani's going crazy. Jarren Duran from Mexico hit 2 home runs. Those kind of cards are going to sell a little bit more than usual. It's a wave. Like, people are tempted to just go and buy those cards left and right and be like, oh, if I buy them and hoard them up, and what if, something happens? It's like, and that's, by the way, the card, I think it's the first one, that absolute rookie card. That's the one Jeff was chasing in that $1,800 box. And I don't know if he got it or not, but $1,800 to chase a card that, if it gets a PSA 10, which is a big if in those cards in 2000, is $17,000.
Serial number to 1250. If that's what I'm reading right, I think it's
right.
It's
there's 1 to 3,000.
Any of them.
There's 1 to 3,000, 1 to 1,200, and 1 to 300. The 1 to 300 is going to be like through the moon, but the 1 to 3,000 is the one that everyone gets because it's the most common one pulled. But I mean, you can't hardly ever get a 10 out of those cards, especially 25, 30-year-old cards. It's crazy work. That's why the Joe Montana PSA 10 is like $75,000. There's not a lot of them. But a PSA 8 is like $200 or $300, maybe $400. It's crazy how much that stuff fluctuates.
4-time Super Bowl champion, 3 MVPs, 2 NFL MVP awards. And guess what? No one gives a shit. They give a shit about 200 of his cards. And after that, so again, I made this point a few weeks ago or last week, there's going to be, 200 to 300 cards that actually matter, that actually hold a price. If we're taking history and the best of the best, and the rest are just not going to matter.
Yeah. In 91, Montana had the biggest chase card in the hobby. It was the Montana. 2,500 of them were signed out of 25 million produced, which is so crazy. Everyone's like, it's a 2,500. Why is that so expensive? Because there was 25 million of those, or maybe 250 million of those printed for that.
Well, the other reason is so, I don't know the price, but the other reason is there's no others. They're defeating the purpose now, but that was the only one. It was a one-time thing.
Yeah. And Nolan Ryan's had the same thing, and it was called the Nolan. His autograph fades a little bit. Like, I think the highest grade auto I seen on it was an 8. Montana signed in black ink. It still holds up. It's still a 10. So that autograph's still a little clean. So you're just really buying the Nolan just because of its nostalgia and because it was a pack pulled card. But you can get Nolan's autograph, I think, for now $200 or $300 if you just send it in through the mail and donate to his charity. You can get any card you have of his signed. So that'd be the logical thing to do if you ever want a Nolan Ryan. Don't go and buy the ones pulled out of a pack. Just send a base card of his in and get it signed. And it gets sent back in a couple of months, and you have a Nolan authenticated autograph card that he signed and signed. I mean, there's ways around this kind of stuff that people just don't really know about. All they know is, chase the grail and chase this and chase that.
So, Charles, you bought the Beam Team card before it boomed.
Yeah, I had the Beam Team card. I had it when I was little.
Like that. Damn it.
I had it when I was little, and I ended up.
Oh, you don't have it right now.
No, I don't.
I thought it was one you had. Okay.
I was looking into
and again,
it.
Here is the proof. 131 of them matter. And then, once there's 1,300, it's nothing. It's pennies. So there's just not going to be a ton of cards that really matter. And then you're talking about the best center of our childhood, the best center growing up, a lovable guy, a guy that's still around in the media, a guy that everybody knows. So, yeah, anyways. Charles, anything else you want to say before?
I was going to say I want that Beam Team card real bad. I'll probably end up getting it in an 8 just because 8, 9s, and 8 and 9 look the same pretty much. A 10, you can kind of tell the difference in because it's pretty flawless or whatever. But yeah, just buy the card you want. Don't go chasing. I mean, if you can afford it, fine, but there's certain things, man. Like pull a King Griffey Jr. card. Come on, don't go and sell it to your LCS and buy another box of wax and then get dusted on it. That's just
no
sad.
way. That is some bullshit. Since we've been live, the Ravens back out. I mean, it's a big deal to me. Sorry, Charles. But
yeah, we were telling you about this in the chat too. By the way.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? What's some bullshit? They play their whole hand. This happened to the Lakers too. The Lakers did it. The Lakers stopped from getting that center, who I think's now on the Suns. The NBA did this with Chris Paul. I am so frustrated. They had such a great. This is typical Raider news. They had one of the best Raider days in a long time was yesterday. And then they get rid of Geno Smith and they trade Max Crosby for the 14th overall pick, another pick next year. We're probably not going to get that deal now. Like something that good. Oh, that is very frustrating. A physical. Oh, I hope Crosby goes and dominates for some other team. I am so frustrated by that. Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, his knees kind of messed up.
Crosby's going to be a beast. I don't buy it. He's going to still be a beast.
Yeah, he'll be fine. It's just the Ravens didn't want to take a chance on it and they just backed out of it.
That is frustrating.
Oh, well. Oh,
Charles,
well, first overall pick. You guys will be okay, hopefully.
I don't know. Get out of here. Let me mourn. All right, Charles. Have a great night, Charles. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Hey now. Bro, what terrible news. Oh my gosh. It was a great trade. Crosby didn't want to be here anymore. Crosby did not want to be here. They even hired his buddy, who was the defensive line coach, I believe, as the defensive coordinator. They're good friends. It still didn't sell him to be here. It was such a good trade. All the moves they made yesterday were also pieces that align with that trade. Very frustrating. I mean, sure, still have Max Crosby. I don't think Crosby wants to stay. And he's 28 years old. He's an absolute beast. Wherever he goes, he's going to light it up. But I don't think he wants to play for the Raiders. And that is I mean, we're all passionate about our teams. That one sucks. It was such a good Raider day. So anyways, now I was so excited to passionate about this little site. Now I'm down. I did want to go over the site a little, but anyways, some changes to come, some good things so I can scale upwards on the hobbyscore.com. Anyways, what do we do? An hour 57. I'm going to take some questions here. Where are we at with the lawsuit against Arena Club? So Mike told me that last week, and he's a very busy guy shooting all this stuff, but last week he was going to go walk it in, the Arena Club suit. And then we talked a little since, and I called him today before the show last minute. He didn't pick up, and that's very fair. Again, busy guy. I'm sure we'll talk very soon. But we do need an update. And if there is no update, then it's hard to take anything, any lawsuits we'll see it when we believe it. But there will be an update shortly, soon. And hopefully we hear the update as a lawsuit was filed. So that's where we're at with that. What else we got here? Ray, oh yeah, you're telling me. So dumb. It was such a good trade. And that's even a guy that loves Max Crosby. At the Mint collection, I met Adam Morrison. I mean, they're all tall. You don't realize how tall until you meet them. Adam Morrison, a giant and very skinny, so it's hilarious. And then Max Crosby was walking to his place where he's going to go set up, and you had to wait in line. And as he was walking, I got in there, met him, gave him clicked a little photo with him. I'm a season ticket holder. Max Crosby's been an absolute monster. Terrible to see him go. But when you have the first overall pick, now you pair that with the 14th overall pick. Now you pair that with 2 first-round picks next year. All the moves they made. Incredibly terrible news. I'm very curious where that goes. Typical Raider news. We're going to do it again tomorrow. I have plenty more to go over. Stuff I didn't get to tonight. More stuff for tomorrow. People sent me stuff I didn't get to or throw up here. So let's get rid of what we did do. And if you haven't watched the Hobby DGen video, more of those to come. Really enjoyed making it. Back to the grassroots of the channel. Fun stuff. They're shilling up all the greatest. And then there's the hobby score. Ladies, gentlemen, I think we hit about 185 peak, maybe 190. First Tuesday, we haven't broken 200 in a while. Not sure why, but it's YouTube. Oh, I'll tell you. People like Frank are overjoyed. The sun is out and it's not snowing and it's not 40 degrees and it's 70 or 80 degrees. And they're living life. But anyways, I thought it was a very good show. I had a lot of fun. I will be Monday night. Monday, I'm going on Sports Card Nonsense podcast. Just know whatever we talk about, it's not personal. It's card related. It's industry related. It's hobby related. And hopefully we have a great chat, good conversation. I think it'll go back and forth. So I'll be there Monday. Anyways, and thanks for I got a lot of love on going on Jeremy Lee and on if you haven't, I went on, where is it? Junk Wax Hero. Sorry for all the clicks. Oh my goodness. There it is. The Clubhouse. It's a great conversation. Mike's a good dude. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you. We held strong all night. And let's who the hell's here? Orlando, thank you. He says, great show. I appreciate it. A new name I remember. Get you some 62. Dave Snyder finally able to join us back. Fresh Prince says, great show. Good night, folks. From Marcus was here all night. It was a quick one. That's all. That always means we were doing good. It's what I'll end here. I tell my students this. The day goes by really fast. And why does it go by fast? Because it's good vibes. It's a good hang. We're learning the whole time. We're working the whole time. And it goes by really fast. But if you hate something, if you don't like being there, well, time's relative. We've all had that job where 5 minutes feels like 5 hours. Not in this classroom, not in that classroom. Ladies, gentlemen, Rhonda, big shout out. Frank, thank you for all you do. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night.